of the United States. So help you God. Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. So help you God.
I'm proud to be American. So proud to be American. The home of the brave, the land of the free. We stand for what we believe in. I'm proud to be American. So proud to be American. The home of the brave, the land of the free. We stand for what we believe in. I'm proud to be American. I'm so proud that I live in America. USA. Born and raised, I was made in America. USA. Everything I own is made in America. USA. Born in Colorado, but Chicago's where I raised. USA. I done seen a lot, I done been a lot of places, but no matter where I go, I be seeing smiling faces. Now I live in NC, God bless North Carolina, where the weather's fair and the women are finer. Let my words ring out like the bells of liberty, and sing hope to all the people that's hearing me. We live in a state where you can be who you wanna be, so put the word in so they can see who you're gonna be. American, so proud to be American. The home of the brave, the land of the free. We stand for what we believe in. I'm proud to be American. So proud to be American. The home of the brave, the land of the free. We stand for what we believe in. I'm proud to be American. I love the USA. All the way from LA to the A. God to bless America when I God bless America. Protect the schoolyards where the children play. Protect the children. Everything I buy is made in the USA. Made in the USA. All 50 of the United States. I love the United States. White and blue. Wave your flag high. Wave your flag. Beautiful bald eagle flying in the sky. Bald eagle. Statue of Liberty. Hold your torch high.
I love America. My country, the day I die. My country's full of pride, all the way from the west to the east side.
So proud to be American.
America.
The home of the brave, the land of the free. We stand for what we believe in. I'm proud to be American. So proud to be American. The home of the brave, the land of the free. We stand for what we believe in. I'm proud to be American. God bless America.
All right. It's your big homie, Big Bad, man. And this is the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast, man. Thank y'all so much for tapping in and tuning in, man. Definitely appreciate everybody, man. Definitely want to say, thank you so much, Jesse. I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you for commenting, liking, and supporting the movement, man. Because what I do, I know is not popular. What I do, I know is not all the way conducive to what's cool and what's current, So I'm actually swimming against the current, man. I'm actually swimming against the waves, man. I'm trying my best to go against the waves, man, to go against the grain and try to do the right thing, man. Because I'm not trying to go against the grain just to be different or stand out or get attention. I'm going against the grain because the grain has always been generally bad for the people. And if you can't realize now, we are on our own. If you can't realize right now that we are on our own as a people, you need some help. And I'm not throwing shots at nobody because I'm here to bring awareness. I'm here to raise awareness. So if you don't know what's going on, you're definitely in the right place. And if you do know what's going on, you're in the right place. So you're in the right place. So thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for always rocking with me. But listen, no, for real, we are on our own. I was just listening to the news this morning, right? Because I live on the coast. I live on the coast of South Carolina. And And right now there's a hurricane, um, or a tropical storm, whatever you want to call it, but it is a hurricane right now in Florida. That's hitting Florida right now as we speak. Um, Last week we just had a hurricane for the first time hit California in, I think, 90 years or some 80 years. First time in 70 years. It's been like almost 100 years is the first time they got hit by a hurricane. California is a place that's known for brightness, sunniness, and just uh nice, hot, tropical weather. It's not necessarily a place that's known for rain. Like if you go to Florida, Florida's a place that rains all the time. Florida's a place that's very wet, very tropical, very wet. You know, it's a beach, it's an ocean, it's a peninsula. So Florida's mostly always raining, but places like California, um, yeah, for real. But California is definitely not been affected by hurricanes and shit like that. And so, long story short, just last week they hit. Well, just last week, let me watch how I talk. Just last week, California got hit with an earthquake. I mean, a hurricane that never seen before type shit. Just right after that, or right before that, the fires got the wildfires in Maui hit and burned out towns, whole towns of people. And then on the news, they're saying only 115 people are dead, confirmed, and they're saying over thousands of people are missing still, but only 115 are confirmed dead. Get the fuck out of here. We are on our own. When I was watching the news this morning, the lady who was reporting the hurricane in Florida, no, the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida said you need to listen to authorities and take steps. He said you need to listen to authorities and take the proper steps to ensure your safety. What the fuck does that mean? You need to take the proper steps and listen to authorities to ensure your safety. That means we're telling you you're on your own. Right now, the authorities are telling them to evacuate, get the fuck out. They got a bunch of areas in Florida that they're evacuating, or just telling people that they need to get out, disenfranchising, moving them out, land grab, home grab, potential. Now, if you stay and your house gets blown down by the big bad wolf, that's another bad thing. So you got it. It's up to you to determine whether it's worth staying or if it's worth going. And then on top of that, as you've seen what happened in the Maui wildfires, those people, the government blocked highways. They shut down certain highways. And just today, that fire was like about 15 days ago. It's almost like 2 weeks ago, or almost 2 weeks ago, right at under 2 weeks. Just today, after 2 weeks, they're just now opening up the highway access to get back into Lahaina and get back into that town that was burnt down. Just today. So for 2 weeks, people weren't able to even get in or out. So the people who were there were stuck there, and the people who left were stuck not being able to come back home. Very serious situation, because if nobody's around to catch the truth or to witness the truth, then the narrative can be spun. If nobody's there to see things and be actual feet on the ground to report it, the narrative can be spun. The narrative can be controlled. And that's what that was about. And it was also to let those people who were there go ahead and buy water. I think it's like a week without food, 3 days without water, a week without food, and 3 minutes without air, or something like that. Yeah, you're gonna die. So those people had bad air, no water, no food, or just been cut off for 2 weeks. So what would that do to those people? What's good, Dragonfly? What would that do to those people who were trapped for 2 weeks? Potentially they would die off. Okay, and take a fruit break. um, they'll potentially die off. So we are definitely on our own. The people who are reporting these things on the news are not reporting about the missing children. They're not reporting so many things that are being factually captured by the people who are on the fucking ground. You know, you could lie to us, but you can't lie to them, the ones who've been through it and experienced it. You could lie to everybody else, but you cannot lie to the people who experienced it. That's why, as I was talking about last night, how they got these fake COINTELPRO leaders that they keep giving us. They can lie to you, but the people who are victims of the system cannot be lied to. The people who were victims of the systematic ways that shit was set up, they can't be lied to. So that's why they don't give everybody a voice. That's why people say it's good to have a platform, to have a voice and all that. Because if everybody had a voice, then everybody would be heard. And it would be more, it would be more transparency, because if everybody could be heard, they would have to be held to a certain standard, because everybody can't, speak up for themselves. Kids and children and all that, they can't speak up for themselves. That's why it's important for us as adults to properly be on the right mentality, to be focused on the right things, and have the right minds to properly articulate and express what's going on around us, so we can make solutions to problems. See, this is why it's good to be an awoke, smart individual. This is why it's important. Not to conspiracy theory or focus on things that are not happening or potentially could happen, but to focus on what's going on at the current moment, so you can make a result. You can do something in your about the situation and make a result. You feel me? Energy weapons, Jesse Wells said, facts. I'm not gonna say all of it is, but you damn sure gotta know. You got to know. You got to know, motherfucker. People taking pictures of laser beams and all that. That's not coincidental. Laser beams don't just come out of the fucking sky. My husband works for a municipality water and sewer department, and in Michigan, it's horrible. Listen, what did Joe Biden and them been talking about doing? Taking out the water system and putting in a new water system. They complained, they said lead poisoning and lead, and the pipes are all corroded and lead and dirty and nasty because they've been running for about 30, 40 years or 50 years or however long. What they're trying to say is they want to replace them with some other type of water system. And why would you want to replace a water system? Okay, if you cared about the quality of the water, and if you cared about people having clean, healthy water, you wouldn't charge them for water. If you cared about people having good, clean, healthy lifestyles, you wouldn't charge them for it. You would provide it for them as a society. But it's not about that. It's about control. It's about, if you put a new water system in, you could put a new valve system in. Let me say that again. If you put a new water system in, you could put a new valve system in, aka turn it on, wink it, or turn it off. It's not hard to understand the reason why they want to put a new electrical grid system in. The reason why they're pushing for a new Green Deal, the new Green Deal that was passed, that people forgot about. You think these laws that have been passed, that's not happening? Y'all are so dumb. We have become so dumb as Americans that they pass a law, it gets shown to you, presented to you, you vote for the motherfucker who puts the law into effect, And then after they vote the law in, you don't even check up on it, read on it, and then after it's passed, you don't even care about the repercussions of the law because we're so passive and brainwashed in our society that we don't even realize we have right to do certain things, to stop certain things, or to affect certain things, you know. And if push comes to shove, you could run for government and try to affect it that way. It's always something that you can do. Always. Um, Blue wasn't. Oh, exactly. Blue wasn't hit in Hawaii. Blue color has a. Yeah, I seen that. I seen that thing where they there's a certain frequency. I mean, a certain color of blue that's not affected by the lasers. And I've seen the scientists. I've seen the videos of scientists testing it on all the different colors. They were hitting the these rugs, carpet rugs that look like, or fabric rugs, some type of fabric. They were hitting it with lasers, and it was like about 4 colors stacked up, and the blue one was not affected at all by the laser. And if you go back to the Lahaina footage, you can clearly see that there was houses with blue, the same color blue now, the same hue of blue that was at the laser beam on that test, the laser beam test that the scientists did. They rooftops was colored that same blue. Now, mind you, who the fuck covers their rooftop blue? Only somebody who was privy to some information. Only somebody who was privy to some certain type of knowledge. So, what y'all have to understand, and if you don't, who cares if you don't understand? I don't even care no more because I'm only on here because I have to do something. I'm only on here because I have to genuinely do something. I'm called to action, and if I don't at least speak my piece, I'm gonna feel like a failure and a loser, and I can't say I did anything when it all is said and done, and my children's generation are suffering, and my generation is gone and dead. I can't say nothing if I didn't try, and neither can you. You can't say nothing if you don't try to even this playing field by whatever means you can. You know. What's up, Antoine? What's good, bro? Good to see you, my boy. Good to see you, my brother. Um, they trying to do something to the Grand Canyon. Oh, man. I'm gonna have to look it up. Research point 4.0 Michigan industry. I'll look it up. I'm gonna look it up. Let me screenshot that so I can look it up. Hold on. Okay, boom. Got a screenshot. I could look it up. When I'm hearing them on the news saying, brace yourself, get out, run, this is going to be dangerous, it's going to be deadly, you're not supposed to take that shit for granted, or you're not supposed to take it lightly. That is a direct threat. That is a direct threat, you know, and until we recognize who the real problem is in society and what our real problem is, we're going to continue to no. We're going to fail to exist. We have been on our own at least for the last 10, 20 years, 15 years. I say 10 years at least. Like where it's really the last 5 years, everything is a facade. Everything is fake. Like, let me hit some fruit, man. Fuck that. Let me get some fruit, man. Blackberry. For the last 5 years, it seems like everything is already done, closed up. You can go to your mall right now. You think I'm just being negative and I'm just talking out my ass. Go to the mall, your biggest, best mall right now. Hopefully it's not. But go to the mall right now and you're going to see ain't nobody really buying shit. Niggas at the food court buying some food. And if after that, if not, they're getting one or two things that they come for. Like some shoes, some clothes, or wherever they coming for. Jewelry, perfume, whatever. But people are not shopping for everything in the world at the mall. They're not just going to the mall and just shopping for everything at one-stop shop. They're not doing it. You go to, matter of fact, only thing that's really booming right now is food and necessities. Let me show you something. A lot of people don't understand how real shit is. And a lot of people don't understand. They just think people like me get on the internet to scare people and to talk to people. Don't y'all realize the money? Don't y'all realize the money is already funny? The money everybody's using, everybody's signed up and agreed to use a certain type of money, except for you, except for us. Everybody's already signed up for this grid. For this BRICS money system, except for you. So in a minute, soon here in a minute, once this thing is implemented all around the world, and then we're going to be the last ones who didn't accept it. Once we're not able to do this and do that and buy this and buy that, niggas are going to get so desperate, they're going to run to this shit. They're going to run to it. Once they put us under another lockdown, once they put people under another lockdown and these small businesses starve out, what are people going to do? When they tell you go home and you don't have a job no more, how long can you sustain paying rent? How long can you sustain feeding yourself? How long can you sustain? Look.
February. Now that's the second month in a row that we have.
Let me show y'all something.
My parents' house that is $195,000 back in '96 is now worth like $500,000 to $700,000. My children will never be able to have the life I live because I can't afford to do it.
I don't think any of us thought when we were growing up that owning a home would be a luxury.
Right.
Maybe we thought it would be a bit difficult, but not like a luxury that basically only the rich will be able to afford.
No one that works a full-time job should be facing homelessness. And that's what my family is facing right now.
Being completely radicalized by the rental housing market right now, I cannot believe that you can pay over $300 in non-refundable fees just to apply for an apartment.
A big part of the reason why social life here in America is getting more and more difficult has to do with the fact that nobody can afford decent housing.
Everybody in America kind of knows, like, it's over. Like, there will be no recovery. Like, this is not like the other times. This ain't like 2008 where, we'll crash and then we'll get back up.
Because right now, this economy, this world is set up to make average American families fail.
And I'm appalled that our particular kind of capitalism not only fails to deal with the housing problem, but somehow routinizes it so that the homelessness is blamed on the homeless, blaming the victim kind of. Because I can see why a society does it, because if you're such a failure at providing this basic human need, you better blame somebody, because otherwise you risk blaming yourself.
If I can get my hands on a nice lump sum of money, baby, I'm buying land in another country and I'm out of here because there's nothing left here but struggle.
Go back in time to buy a house. In 1983, I'm an average person looking to buy an average house. I got this average degree, which I got for free, and work an average job. After paying tax and rent, I have, if I save 50% of the remainder, it will take me 2 years to save up for the 20% deposit. Remember that as we head back to 2023, and I'm still an average person looking to buy an average house, got this average degree, and and I have an average job. After paying tax, rent, and HECS, if I save 50% of the remainder, it will take me 10.5 years to save up for the 20% deposit. It's clear that it's not just lazy, layabout young people sipping latte that's causing the problem. It would take me 84 years to save up enough money if I skip having a latte every day just for the deposit. I don't have 84 years left. In 40 years, the average house price has increased by 14 times, whereas full-time salaries have only increased by 4.7 times. Another way of looking at it is houses used to cost 3 times your salary, and now they cost 10 times. All things being equal, you'd have to be making $300,000 a year to benefit from that same 3 times ratio. You might be thinking $90,000, wow, that's high. It is. That's because CEOs and vice chancellors taking home millions inflate the total pool of income and skew the average home. If you look at the median, that is the figure in the middle of all figures, that's around 48,000. So if you're making more than that, you're making more than 50% of all working people in Australia. And still, housing is so far out of reach. There's something bigger at play here. It's going to take me a bit longer than one video to explain. In part 2, I'm going to explain the cause. And part 3, the solution. If you haven't already, please hit all these buttons on the right hand side, and together we're going to get to the bottom of this housing crisis, and maybe we can fix it.
Are you telling me that these fucking things are $100,000? What the? You're fucking kidding me. You've got to be fucking kidding me.
Look, hear me out, guys. $100,000. I would probably buy one of these places. I don't know what this guy is so upset about. If they would do that kind of thing over here on the West Coast, open up one of these huge land grab purchases that they build these giant estates on, and just put these teeny tiny little cookie cutter homes, and instead of renting them out to us, allow people to own. Some of you think I'm crazy, but where we rent here, we have about 900 square feet, 950, and we pay $2,000 a month. So if you do the math on that, you'd only have to own the place less than 5 years, and you'd be way money ahead. Those 2-story ones don't even look that bad. There's probably 1,000 square feet in there. Yeah, they don't have a garage or anything, but hey, you can own. Property tax is probably going to be way less than 1,000. This would give people ability to live beneath their means and still own.
Compare that to salary. The average salary in 1980 was $12,000. It is only $56,000 today. So housing went up times 10, but incomes only went up times 4.5. And then if you look at it compared to the average home, it is 4 times the salary for the average home, where today it's 8 times. This person can't even be qualified for this. But if the 1980s person didn't want to deal with the 14%, they had an option called renting. They could actually rent an apartment for $243, which was only 24% of their income. Today, the average rent is $2,000, which is 42% of the average American's income. So if the average American can't afford the average house, they are almost being forced to rent. And if they're forced to rent, they're forced to spend 40% of their income on housing. That is what's putting pressure on Americans today.
I'm so excited to buy this house that I can definitely afford. So this is the house, huh? I don't think we can afford it, but I guess we can try.
So that music probably get me messed up. So you can see. If you can't see, it ain't my fault. You can clearly see we're being starved, drowned out. You can clearly see we're being drowned out. And then just this year, last year, matter of fact, 2022, Jeff Bezos and JP Morgan Chase and a couple of the top bankers in the world bought so much land and so many houses. They bought hundreds of thousands of houses in America. And did you hear what I said? The bankers, the top bankers, bought hundreds of thousands of homes in America. And that is why the prices are jacked up now, because the bankers know they know it's over. So they're going to bleed you out of everything they can, keep us fully bogged down and fully stressed out and fully depressed, and basically drown out the economy and force people who can afford it, the rich, the top 1%ers who can't afford anything, force them into their hands, and then everybody else just starve and drown out. That is what's going on. That is what's going on. The sad part about it is, systematically, we can't do shit. Physically, we could do something, but realistically, we can't unite because we're all divided amongst sexuality, race, ideologies, religion. We're fucked. We're fucked. So I'm gonna show you in the future. Elon Musk affordable housing. So I'm gonna show you in the future. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. You know what's going on. So I'm gonna show you the future because they're fully aware. Y'all, people are so dumb. I'm not gonna say y'all are dumb because most of y'all are my people. Y'all ain't dumb. People are so dumb they can't even see cause, effect, problem, solution. They can't even understand that. The smallest. Now let me show you in the future where you're going, what's going to be happening.
I saw something today that said millions.
Shut your ass up.
Electric cars available for purchase by the
Let
general
me show you what
public.
the
They
future's going to be.
supplied 3,100 roadsters for an approximate price of
Exactly. Let me show you though.
$109,000. He started a production line at his firm in San Francisco to build a new model of car. But before we start, first clear your mind with the tiny house movement. There is presently a 100,000 units shortlisted for the residences because of their popularity. The tiny house movement supports modest small housing. Small houses often range in size from 100 to 400 square feet. The majority of tiny homes are constructed on trucks, so they can be relocated easily. They can be utilized as vacation homes or vacation rentals as a guest house in addition to their common use as permanent residences. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, is currently
it's by
considering the
design.
possibility of postponing his work on developing electric automobiles by focusing on a recent favorite project. One such initiative that might turn out to be the future breakthrough in the real estate and housing industries
This is
is the creation of
post-apocalyptic too,
moderately
y'all. I
priced
hope y'all
homes.
understand
It
that.
is just wow, how a human brain could think so big. We are all surprised now that a Tesla is traveling across Australia in a tiny apartment that is entirely run by renewable power. Here are
Move my
some
finger
things to
aside.
consider if you're thinking about buying a Tesla tiny house. There are some aspects you should be aware of if you're interested in a little casita. First off, there is a 100,000 unit list for the dwellings at the moment. Second, just a few markets can purchase the residences. I know what you're thinking. Why are people interested in these tiny houses? Well, here's the answer. People are attracted to living in tiny homes for a variety of reasons. Some people wish to live smaller, simpler lifestyles. Others are drawn to tiny homes because of their affordable ownership costs and environmental friendliness. And some individuals simply find them to be quite cute and adorable. Moreover, who doesn't want to live in such a safe and eco-friendly house? The tiny house movement has received a lot of support for Elon Musk's buying of a boxable tiny house. That person chose to live simply in a modest place, even though they were highly affluent and could purchase whatever type of home they want. Others may be encouraged to think about doing the same by this. But let's jump to the history of this tiny house of $15,000. In March and April 2014, Tesla reported spending $2.6 billion to Solar
What?
City. After that, it unveiled its brand new solar-powered product, the electric wall, leaving the businessman to wonder where he plans to use all these solar panels. Musk created a $50,000 Lone Star in Boca Chica, Texas. So it's not the rich or lavish residence you might imagine from a billionaire on Twitter.
Hold up,
The
bro.
state
Back up,
acknowledged its
I love
unexpected
you.
action.
Love you so
Business
much.
insiders
Close
claim that
that
after
screen,
the
man.
Tesla
Go close the
CEO announced
screen.
publicly that he wanted to simplify his
Don't-
living, he sold
close the
all
screen for
7 of
bugs
his
and stuff get
California
in.
residences in June 2020 and November 2021,
Now.
netting roughly
All right.
$128 million. The report states that a profit of around $250 million was made. Their epic fall spending spree came to an end when they sold their $16,000 square foot property in Hillsborough, California, with 7 rooms and bathrooms, as well as a grand ballroom and flexible library shelves for $30 million. A classy cocktail bar was present. You all are thinking what the cost of such a simple electronic and unique foldable box would be, right? Tesla, a well-known company, appears to have some thoughts on affordable housing. It doesn't sound natural. Yes, a sustainable home for
Bottom line.
$15,000, considering how expensive their other products.
Bottom line, how much you said? $15,000. These are gonna be the future. This is the future of America. This is the future of America. So why would you listen? First, use your brain. Stop. Think about it. What happened? Go in the house. A bee? Yeah, go in the house. Go what? Put some alcohol on it. Yeah, get your ass out here. I'm coming. Man, is a stinger in there? Let me see. Yeah, I told you to go in the house and you don't listen, bro. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Let me see. It hurts. It's poison. Go put some alcohol on it. You're doing let the poison seep in. Get the alcohol on it. Go ahead and come back. Is there a stinger in it? I need you to focus. Let me see. Where? All right, go get the alcohol. Ain't no stinger on it. Go get the alcohol. Put some alcohol on it. You're sitting here. You're playing with yourself for what? Go listen. Go put some alcohol on it so it can probably extract some of that stuff out. It's all right. That's the neurotoxin. That's what happens. You want to be out here playing? I told you to go in the house, bro. You got stung by a bee. The stinger is not inside you, so it's not it's a wasp. It's not a bee. It's a wasp. And you're gonna be all right. You're not allergic to it. If your junk swells up, I gotta take you to the junk. But if not, you're all right. The problem is you need to freaking listen. Get your ass out of here. Go put some alcohol on it, bruh. You still not listening? I can't do nothing for nobody who don't listen, bro. You can only be saved if you fucking listen, bro. You're just staring at me. All right, just keep staring at me, bro. What am I supposed to do? Go in the house, put some alcohol, wrap with some tissue. Rub some alcohol on it. Clean it. Bro, it's okay. I've been stung a million times. As long as you're not allergic, you're okay, bro. Go ahead. Anyway, my boy just got stung by a bee. He's all right, but he got stung. He'll be all right. As long as he ain't allergic, he'll be all right. But yeah, man. Look, you still standing here looking? You obviously are not affected by it. So why would you even cry or when you're not even listening? You ain't affected, bro. You straight. Oh, what you want me to do? I gave you the solution. What you want me to cry with you? I'm not. Bro, he's staring at me. Why are you staring at me? Don't hit me. Go in the house. You're going to get stung again. Bro, you're aggravating as hell. Why are you staring? Don't do it, bro. I guess I gotta get off, y'all. I gotta help him out, man. He cussed at me. He's mad. You want a whooping? Because you're working on that. Bro. You're going to... I'm going to talk to y'all later, man. I got to go. Much love, respect. That's all he wanted me to do is get off. But it's a wrap. Y'all better figure it out. I done figured it out. The game is over, man. Stay alive, survive. Because what this shit is the post-apocalyptic. All of them smart house, small houses. That's Pocus Pop. That's after everything is said and done. All the robots are coming out. That's after we're gone. They're not coming out till we're gone. They're gonna be a replacement. These kids, they should be our replacement, but they don't listen. I don't even know about this new generation. They don't even listen. I think they know it all. I think they can do everything. Hey, they are strong-willed. I'll say that. But hey, God bless us all. God bless us all. God bless y'all. God bless America. I mean, it is what it is, man. Everybody want to be fake. I can't do it. Like, this man still standing here, still staring here looking at me. Done cussed me out. Done said you hate me. But you want a whooping? You want some negative attention? I'm not going to give it to you, bro. I told you a solution to your problem, and you don't want it. Is your finger swollen up? Let me see. Let me see. Well, get out of here, man. Get out of my face. Get out of my face, please. Dang. Well, you're going to get your ass whooped, bro, if you hit me with something, bro. Stop playing with me. Go in the house before you get in trouble. You're working on it, bro. You're pushing it. Get your ass out of here. No, I'm using it. I'm using it. I'm pulling up footage with it. Get out of here. I'm going to be in there in just a second. He is mad. He is mad. You hear me? Mad. What the hell I'm supposed to do, man? Anyway, I care. It's all love, but you ain't finna just do me like that, bro. That man said F you to me. That's crazy. Because I laughed. Now, I shouldn't have laughed at him. But if you seen how he was staring at me, man, he was like, just bug eyes staring at me, just 2 feet away, just looking. Bro, I told him to go in the house a few minutes ago. He didn't want to go. You want to play in the grass with no shoes and socks? Get stung by a bee, bro. It's not my fault. It comes with this shit. It comes with it. Knowing him, he probably grabbed the bee because he likes grabbing animals and bugs. So he probably grabbed the bee. That ain't my fault, bro. Anyway, I just pray everybody just y'all know about new shows and new TVs and shit on TV and new this and new that, but you don't even understand that it's over for your ass. People, let me take these off. People think for a second in their motherfucking life. You thought you had a chance to get rich. You thought you had a chance to be this and be that. They only get that to a few motherfuckers to make all y'all want to be like them. People don't even know what life's truly about. Life wasn't even about being a part of this system. Life wasn't about trying to be famous and get money. And that's why people are so stressed out in America, and mental illness is such at an all-time high. Because if you're living an existence that didn't serve or help you, but you're giving your all to it, it's like being in an abusive relationship with a woman who cheats on you or a man that cheats on you. It's just insanity, y'all. People work their ass off just to be able to starve in a house that they can't even afford. And then when they die, it goes right back to the banks and the company who owned it. And all the money that they paid meant nothing. Because unless you got that certificate of completion, aka that title, it meant nothing. You never owned it. And then once you own the home, even once you worked hard and owned it, for all the people who already had homes and owned them, Something freak accident like a wildfire could come through and burn your shit down, forcing you to leave. A freak accident like a tornado that just came in North Carolina last week could happen and blow your house down like the big bad wolf. A freak a freak hurricane that's coming right now. That's coming right now to the state of Florida. Headed up my way right after that. Could blow you all the way down and make you lose everything you ever had. Does this sound like this has been the blueprint of control? If you study life, if you study history, you study geography, topography, aka the study of looking at land from a top view. If you could study that type shit like Google Earth, go on Google Earth and study that shit and see what's going on around you. You could clearly see that a lot of neighborhoods is built in flood basins. You could clearly see that a lot of neighborhoods are built by levees. You could clearly see it. You can clearly see it. History is not repeating itself. They're repeating their blueprint. That's why as if people like it's nothing new under the sun, history repeats itself. No, they're just, these people are doing the same. They're doing that shit again. Why you think the dinosaurs don't exist? Why you think the Mayans don't exist? Why you think it's so many extinct Africans, villages? Why you think it's so many extinct animals? Man's doing that shit again. Man has always done that shit and messed up Mother Nature. Because man doesn't realize his effect or doesn't give a fuck. I think now they're trying to turn this into Armageddon type shit. Because on the news, when you watch the news, they say, that was an apocalyptic fire in Maui. Today on the news, we have an apocalyptic fire. Today on the news, we have a storm that hit there with a 1-2 punch. These bitch ass niggas. They said, what's that shit? When what's that shit? Just like California got hit with that hurricane and that earthquake. They said there was a 1-2 punch. These motherfuckers are making a mockery of y'all's pain, of our pain. They make a mockery of our pain. Exactly, it was a Mountain Dew. Look, if you seen the Mountain Dew Tropical, they had the Mountain Dew Tropical, what was that shit? Tropical Burst. Tropic Burst Mountain Dew flavor. Maui Burst was it called. It was called Mountain Dew Maui Burst. Exactly. All of them been getting hit with by Mountain Dew. Everybody been drinking Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is one of the most popular sodas that been going on for the last forever and with the world lately. Drinking all that Mountain Dew make your stomach hurt. That Mountain Dew is bad for you. It's gonna burn you. It's gonna huff, puff, and blow you up out of there like the big bad wolf. Shit crazy out here, man. Shit's crazy out here, man. Sad part about it is, the only thing people like me are doing is putting targets on my head for exposing this shit. And it's not even that I'm doing anything wrong. It's just the point that, how does this nigga understand this shit? How does he see the game? You know how I see the game? You know how I see the game? I see the game because I've been alive since 1985. I see the game because it's power to the people. I see the game because you can't lie to no real street nigga. You can't lie to a person who could see the ins, the outs, the underworld, the overworld, the intent. I could read a motherfucker. Some of the things you have to learn in the streets and just being alive in society is learning how to read people. I'm almost done. Learn how to read people, learn how to scan, learn how to see things that you can't see. Because sometimes it's what you can't see that could save your life. That body language. When you see somebody clutching, when you see somebody here, when you see somebody clutching, when you see somebody hold on, I'm coming. Go ahead. When you see somebody clutching, hey, go ahead. I'm about to finish up. Go get some food. Ain't no milk right now. Eat something. I'm coming. Well, you can have some cereal without the milk as a snack. I'm coming to cook. We just had breakfast. Go on head in, bro. Hey, you heard what I said? Sky, I'm about to hit you with this shoe, bro. Get your butt in the house. You ain't even got no clothes on to be out here. Put some clothes on. All right, go get some. Can't even go live. I can't even go live. I can't even go live. Hey, you feel me? But yeah, y'all. You got to be able to see somebody clutching that pistol. You got to be, hey, man, he's trying to put, you see this? He putting a light on my face. Aggravating. If you can't see that man clutching that pistol when he pull it out, your ass going to be gone. A real trained soldier can spot a threat before the threat even comes about all the way. A real trained soldier could spot the potential threat. And you don't have to necessarily act on it, but you need to be aware and fully prepared for potential threats. And I'm a soldier. My dad's military. Close the screen and get your butt out of here. My dad was military, so I'm a military kid, man. You feel me? Boy. These kids, boy, that boy be testing me, man. That's, ooh. When you don't whoop your kids and stuff like that, they'll test you. A lot of times we think we're doing better than we was raised. You didn't close that screen? Bro, you better close that dang screen and stop playing with me. A lot of times when we're not doing things to our kids that happened to us when we was raised, we're not doing. There's things that need to be done. Discipline, not necessarily a beating or nothing like that. None of that. But punishment, whoopings, and stuff like that, a little pop on the thigh and maybe here and there, is needed because look, when your child gets older, they're gonna go into the world, and the police can, if they commit crimes or do wrong in society, the police can shoot them. Their peers could beat them up. There's repercussions to your actions in life. So if you don't teach your kids repercussions to actions and right and wrong and shit like that, they're gonna grow up thinking they can do what they want, and then they're gonna maybe meets a bad demise type shit. You feel me? It'll get them in trouble. You know, put them in bad situations. I just really wish, y'all, I don't even know what people are still doing being blinded anymore. I don't understand what people are even doing being like or the new shoes coming out. Shoes. That's how low level we still are, y'all. Niggas still worry about shoes and worrying about who's and what's, and this shit is all done. You could look at the world and see like music is even done. Like the record labels don't even put out good artists and shit. They're getting so desperate. They're putting out women rappers and shit like that, y'all. And I'm not against women rap, but what I'm saying is they're not putting out wholesome women rap. They're putting out trash women rap. They're putting out prostitution rap. They're putting out promiscuous rap. They're putting out nasty, trashy women rap. That's how desperate this shit's getting. They need somebody new to come through and shake it up. They don't even want men. When was the last time you seen a new popular artist come out? That's a man. You ain't even seen a new pop artist as a man coming out. It been them same old zombie slaves working. The same ones, The Weeknd, the this, the that, the whoops, Katy Perry's, the same ones been doing that shit for decades are still in position. They ain't bringing out nobody new because ain't nobody hot. But they will elect these bullshit ass, negative ass, raunchy ass, and it's just disgusting. You know, they don't represent us. They don't speak for us as a people. Now, you know, they might be sexy, they might be cute. Somebody might want to smash them or something like that, but that's about it. So if you teaching that smash mentality to a nation of women, then you're creating a nation of one-time use, single serve women, where somebody drink all the juice and throw the motherfucking container back out in the trash. And people have accepted this lifestyle of being one-time use. You know, I don't understand this shit. You feel me? People have accepted that shit instead of being the best that they can be and building themselves up and being respectable and respectful, being humble, being thankful, being appreciative for life. You know, because life is not guaranteed. Right now, people is dealing with life or death situations with hurricanes and shit and fires and shit. So why you think you're so special and comfortable? Really, all you doing is waiting for the big bad wolf to come your way. So all you doing is waiting for him to come your way, so he can huff and puff and you down. And in the end of it, it ain't gonna be nobody left to do nothing, because the big bad wolf now, he's targeting where he wants to huff, puff, and blow. He's the girl with the three wolves. She's choosing whose house she wants to go in and whose porridge she wants to eat. They choosing. They showed you and told you. Three little bears. They told you, nigga, they coming in. Goldilocks gonna take a bite of this. Too cold. Bite of this. This one. Oh, this is just right. I'm staying here. I'm sleeping here. This is my land now. You don't even know what you was looking at. Niggas didn't even know what the fuck they was looking at the whole time, their whole life. They was telling you about the land grab. Goldilocks and the three little bears, motherfucker. Think about it. Excuse my language. Think about Goldilocks and the three little bears. Goldilocks came in, tasted shit. Too hard, too hot, too soft, just right. And the one that was just right, she went and took a nap. She claimed that shit. This is my bed, nigga. This is my food, nigga. This is my house, nigga. Black man came home, black people came home. What the fuck is you doing in our shit? Nigga, this is my shit. Three little bears. People need to wake up, man. Why you worry about celebrities, right? That's why I don't do celebrity gossip. Even though if I did celebrity gossip, my channel will go up. And I might just start doing celebrity gossip. Not necessarily like I do here, but my videos with the video clips and all that. I might just start doing that. But a lot of times that shit got me flagged, man. So that's why I just like to get on camera, but just me. Because I get flagged for doing anything else. Like, you feel me? They be on me. So They know my words is not me on the camera. That's not as entertainment for most people. So they know they'll let that shit slide. But if I put them videos with that viral shit, them viral clips and all that, and that's gonna get me them thousands of views, they always strike that shit. Not always, but you know what I mean. They be hitting them videos because they don't want the traction to come to my channel. But I ain't worried about that, y'all. I'm worried about y'all surviving. I'm worried about us surviving. I'm worried about you better get something to eat. You better have some food, man. You better have some food and you better have some water for Goldilocks. Because when Goldilocks come through, you better have some shit, man. For real. Don't get caught slipping, man. Have it on deck, man. Have it on deck, man. Have your supplies that you need on deck. Refill your pantry. Fill up your pantry if it's empty. Don't buy foods with natural flavorings. And then y'all know you're going to, because you can't even fathom the discipline it takes to even recognize what's safe and what's not. I understand. It takes too much discipline to do the right thing. I understand. So fill up your pantry with a bunch of nasty food that's going to make you sick. Please, y'all. If you ever listen to anything in life, please listen to what I'll be telling y'all, man. Please. It's your life depending on it. It's your life depending on it, man. Niggas think shit is sweet. It's our life depending on this. Look up Agenda 2030, man. Look up Agenda 2030. I wish I had my phone. I gave it to my boy. If you look up Agenda 2030, look it up. They have to what? Part of Agenda 2030 is to what? Reduce the world's population by what? 2030. You didn't hear Kamala Harris talk about reducing the world's population? But y'all voted for her, didn't you? You fucking dummies. You voted for Joe Biden, didn't you? I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't know nobody who voted for them, except for maybe one or two people who would profess to it. I know about two people who voted for them who admitted to voting for them. Other than that, everybody else I know said they voted for Trump or didn't vote. But most everybody I know voted for Trump. And they still got this nigga locked up. Going through prosecution and persecution every single day. They still got it. Yo. Even if he's working with the game, even if Trump is a part of the blueprint, he was shaking up the tree and making shit fair and equal for American people. So I don't give a fuck what side he was on. He was a good president on everything. He was a great president. And under the mispresidency of Joe Biden, we got some of the hardest times that we've ever had to live in. So I'm not going to sit here and blame him for everything, but I am going to blame him in general because he's supposed to be the president. He's supposed to be the leader. You know, motherfuckers voted him in. And what they get in return? A bunch of black women who got put in power to do us dirty. So they made black women the face of punishment. They made black people the face of failure. But y'all can't even see that shit. Because you say, oh, we got the first black justice. Stop taking my damn chat out. Ain't nobody commenting anyway. Look, oh, we got the first black justice. Ain't no first black justice. You niggas got a fucking puppet in position. who's coming on TV telling you a bunch of bad news. So she's being used to tell the bad news. So you hired Mammy to tell the bad news to the fucking people. How twisted. And you feel good about that. Kamala Harris has done absolutely nothing but talk about homosexuals and one or two comments about some black stuff. Comments. That's it. Everything else is pushing homosexuality. I thought we had a homeless crisis. I thought we had a financial inflation crisis. Post-depression. I thought we had mental illness problems in America. I thought we had family rates, divorce rate problems. I thought we had in-house problems to worry about. But these motherfuckers keep giving billions of dollars to foreigners. Listen, they just got 100,000 New York. It's 100,000 immigrants in New York right now. And it's on the news. You go try to fact check me if you want. This is why we don't believe nothing, because we don't believe in each other. They brought 100,000 migrants into New York. That's there right now. Don't you know, in 5 years, do the math, if 100,000 of those people, if 20,000 have babies in 5 years, no, out of 100,000, you're going to say 50,000 going to have babies, right? They're going to have 50,000 babies. Or maybe a little bit less, but I would say it's about half, possibly. I don't know the statistics, but I'm going to say out of 100,000, they're going to have about 50,000 babies at least. And how many years would it take to make millions of people? Man, niggas are so dumb, bro. This is how you control populations. This is how you replace. Who's being replaced here, though? Americans. Americans are being replaced by foreigners. Why would they do this? Why would they? Yo, these be the best lives. I know these be the best lives that y'all ever heard. This information, man. Listen, why would they do that? Because real Americans understand what's going on. Information is too much abundant, so we understand. So they have to replace. But I love y'all. Love y'all. I love y'all. I got to get off here. It's your Big Home Big Bad Day. It's the Real Talk Real Shit podcast. Aggravate. Y'all hit that like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Hit me up on Cash App, man. $, Big Bad Day on Cash App. Hit your boy up. Send me $1 or $2 or whatever you can do. Dollars, you know. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. Hit your boy up. Thank you.